Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. For those of you who don't know, I started Grumpy Old Fart to express my political and social opinions and to say things that I felt needed to be said. Unfortunately, YouTube started giving me strikes. As a hedge against this happening, I've created backup YouTube channels, Grumpy Old Gamer and Grumpy Old Ufologist. I also created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can find all of my stuff there, including my political opinion and current events. The link to my Rumble channel, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a historic haunting video on battlefields. I was trying to find a specific battlefield, but it turns out there's a whole buttload of them, and apparently they're all haunted. So I'm just going to go down a list here. It has been said, and I truly believe it, that every square inch of land in the world once belonged to someone else. The entire world has been drenched in blood, and it's quite probable that there are ghosts in every corner of the globe. But if you want to see ghosts, wandering the land, you really need to find the battlefields, places where men butchered each other en masse. I'm sure that every battlefield has ghosts, some more so than others. I'm going to list 5 of the bloodiest battlefields across the world, all of which have had reports of spirits wandering the land. Here we go. Gettysburg, 1863. The North and the South fought over this terrain, and 46,000 Americans paid the ultimate price. Gettysburg is one of the most haunted battlefields in America. They see all kinds of stuff there. You name it, it's been seen there. Apparitions, orbs, phantoms, you name it. Actual physical embodiment of soldiers. It's all there. You just got to look. Number 2, Cannae, 216 BC. Hannibal sought to defeat the Romans in one last decisive battle. Hannibal outwitted the Romans and won. This battlefield is in Italy. 50,000 Romans were killed compared to only 10,000 Carthaginians. And to this day, everybody who goes and visits that battlefield, I walked there one time in 87. I walked on that ground and I could feel something. I didn't see anything, but I could feel something. If that makes any sense. You just got to go there. That's all there is to it. Number 3, the Somme in World War I. The Battle of the Somme was, oh my God, ridiculous. The Battle of the Somme was where they were trying to take the high ground from the Germans. The Germans had machine guns up on the ridges. Allied troops marched toward the machine guns. On day 1, this was the bloodiest day in the history of the British Army. The actual Battle of the Somme lasted for several months and cost over 1 million dead with no significant change in the lines. But that first day was truly horrific. 60,000 British and 8,000 Germans died. Can you imagine being ordered to march forward into a machine gun? If there's not ghosts on that battlefield, there's not ghosts anywhere. That's all I'm saying. Number 4, Leipzig, 1813. The French fought the combined forces of Austria, Prussia, and Russia. This was the most decisive defeat of Napoleon's career. The superior French forces were overwhelmed by the superior numbers of the other 3, their opponents. 30,000 French died compared to 54,000 of the opposition. When you talk about a battle, people
people tend to think of newer battles because of the better weaponry being more bloody. And that's not the case, because you also have to take into account in modern battlefields they have cold weather gear. They have modern medical equipment, modern medicines like penicillin, antibiotics. When Leipzig happened, they didn't have antibiotics. They had nothing. So a gunshot became infected. A gunshot wound was more than likely going to be fatal regardless. Also, modern bullets make nice, neat holes. Musket balls, when they hit a bone, they tend to fragment. You've seen movies like from the Old West, for example, where the doctor's digging around there with forceps and I got it, ka-ting, you know. No, you're in there, Dale. A piece went this way and a piece went that way, and well, and I think another piece went up this way. They're digging through the meat to get the bullet fragments. That's pretty much what happened, because the process for casting musket balls was not precise. You had air bubbles in them. You had, it was just crazy. Aside from the battle itself, battlefield conditions and the aftermath of the battle killed a lot of people. And pain and suffering, it's not like they had painkillers. The most they had was like wine and spirits. But they didn't have morphine. They didn't have, any of the modern medicines. So the aftermath of the battle was just as bloody as the battle itself. The older battles like that, I can't imagine going through that. That's ridiculous. And the fifth one. This was quite possibly the bloodiest battlefield anywhere in the world. Stalingrad, 1942 and 43, World War II. Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union. The battle was long and costly for both sides. 841,000 Germans died compared to 1,130,000 Russians. The totals would have been far less had Hitler allowed the Sixth Army to retreat. But by February 1943, the Sixth Army was crushed. This was by far the bloodiest battle in history. There are reports of cannibalism. There are reports of eating dogs, eating horses, eating each other. Like I said, cannibalism, eating each other. This was the hardest defeat for the German army during World War II. The German military was superior to the Russian military. But the Russian military had two things going for it. One, they were more acclimated to the winter. They had better gear. Two, they had superior numbers. Oh my God, numbers. When the army commander, the military commander, is begging to retreat because he knows he's going to get encircled and cut off, and Hitler refused to let them retreat. I did a military blunders video on this. Go check that out. You'll see what I mean. It was crazy. And these are not the only 5, by the way. There are other battlefields, to be sure, and I'm sure all of them were horrific and bloody. There's no such thing as a good battle or a friendly war. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. Spirits and ghosts have been seen at all of these grim places, and rightly so. I seriously doubt there is a way to die on a battlefield that doesn't cause shock and confusion. If there was a place in the world that would have ghosts haunting it, battlefields would be that place. Imagine going through eternity trying to win a battle that you lost a long time ago, or trying to escape a battle that you died at. Talk about purgatory. That's just crazy. Anybody else has any comments? I would love to read them. Put them in the comments. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.